The following presentation was paid for by Nirvana Asia. The opinions, views, and claims expressed were those of the program sponsor and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC. From handicrafts to health products, delicious snacks, and more, young and old alike enjoyed the fun-filled activities and joyous atmosphere at the Nirvana Sunday Market. It may seem like a usual flea market, if not for its venue. Held at the Nirvana Memorial Garden in Singapore, a place associated with sadness and grieving, the Nirvana Sunday Market is organized by Nirvana Asia Limited, Asia's pioneer and largest integrated bereavement care company. Welcome to Global Enterprise, where we bring you inspiring stories of how companies overcame great odds to succeed in the fiercely competitive business world. Since 1990, Nirvana has striven to provide the most professional and comprehensive one-stop bereavement care. It runs 13 cemeteries, 15 columbarium facilities, 2 funeral homes, and 6 on-site crematoriums. It also operates multiple memorial gardens in the region that stand out for their beautiful landscapes and sophisticated architecture designs. Always seeking to set the benchmark in its industry, Nirvana's received numerous awards, accolades, and accreditations for raising the level of the industry with its continuous improvement and innovation. In Singapore, it won the Hoffen Award of the 2015 One Asia Awards in recognition of its contribution to the betterment of the environment and people's lives. That same year, revenue rocketed to 580 million Malaysian ringgit. Nirvana's success today belies a beginning plagued with a myriad of problems, overcome only because of the sheer persistence and vision of one man, its founder and CEO, Tan Sri Kong Hon Kong.
In the beginning, I was even asked not to go to visit during Chinese New Year, or I would bring bad luck to them.
When his father-in-law passed away in 1985, he was tasked to arrange for his funeral service.
When my father-in-law passed away in the year 1985, I was determined to let him rest in peace and with dignity. But when I was arranging for his funeral, I encountered many difficulties. And it was during then I saw a business opportunity, and I was right.
The experience inspired him to start a business that offers a comprehensive one-stop service for all funeral-related products.
At that time, many people did not understand how we operate, and they have no confidence in the new business concept. On the other hand, 50 or more undertakers had started to treat us like their strongest competitor. I was thinking about how to make a difference between us and the traditional undertakers, and also how can I innovate in this industry. One of our approaches was educating the public to pre-plan their final resting place.
However, he had to first overcome the major hurdle of getting approval from the authorities.
27 years ago, the conversion of a privately held land into a modern memorial park was very unlikely to be approved by the government. At the time, all the cemeteries in Malaysia were monopolized by Chinese communities and associations. When I applied, the government did not have any guideline. We took a long time to convince the government the benefits of privately run memorial park. Fortunately, after 5 years, our persistence paid off, and our application was approved.
The 5 years of agonizing wait was only a prelude to more challenges to come.
After obtaining our license, the real problem has just begun. Malaysia Chinese have different origins, and they will have different customs and funeral rituals. During the starting of our business, it was difficult for us to hire the right people who meet our criteria.
The difficulties faced only served to motivate him. In 1990, the first privatized memorial park was established, the Semenye Nirvana Memorial Garden. Still, his quest to be a leader in the bereavement care industry pushed him towards the next turning point.
The success of Nirvana is our ability to sell on the pre-need basis. Planning ahead not only lessened the impact of inflation, it also allowed the customers to decide their own final resting place.
Nirvana transformed the industry by pioneering the concept of pre-planning. Compared to its traditional burial and funeral services, which are engaged on a needs basis, pre-planning involves customers making funeral and cemetery arrangements in advance. The idea proved to be the right move.
The company only had 5 employees when it started. And today, we have more than 10,000 staff and agents selling directly and indirectly. Our sales was only 100,000 ringgit per month, and today our monthly revenue reaches an average of more than 80 million ringgit.
Nirvana's presence can now be found in Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, Hong Kong, and China. Touted for its picturesque settings, scenic landscapes, unique designs, and modern facilities, Nirvana spares no effort to impress customers that it's indeed a tranquil resting place for all. For instance, it invested some $20 million to set up Southeast Asia's first Chinese calligraphy stone gallery at the Semenye Nirvana Memorial Park, which has also turned into a tourist attraction. Nirvana's revolutionized the industry and, to an extent, changed the public's perceptions of death. Joining hands with the National University of Singapore's Division of Industry Design, it sponsored the exhibition Death by Design to reimagine the role of design in death and the concept of death in contemporary society.
And usually in collaborations, what we do is we aim for commercialization. But in this case, we wanted to set up an exhibition to really create a talking point regarding death. In this case, the students had the opportunity to be more adventurous and speculative with their designs and to propose new topics and perspective towards death.
Years of extensive education, branding, and marketing efforts reveal a paradigm shift in Nirvana's business model today. More than 80% of its revenue is derived from pre-need contract sales, proof of the market's receptiveness to pre-planning of bereavement care services. According to Frost & Sullivan, in 2013, Nirvana commanded 56.3% market share of the overall pre-need bereavement care services market in Malaysia. No other competitor had a market share of more than 6%. It also held market shares of 78.6% in Singapore and 36.1% in Indonesia for the pre-need burial services market.
Pre-need market has significant growth potential. The penetration rate of the pre-need death care services has stayed very low in Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. Currently, we have the largest market share in Asia, and we will continue to focus on the premium segment of the bereavement care services market. Pre-need sales allow us to introduce our brands, products, and services to potential customers years before our competitors, who mainly target as-need sales. So, we can cross-sell our products and services more efficiently. Similar to the insurance industry, our direct sales and marketing model is flexible, scalable, and so is highly effective. For instance, during the last financial crisis, a new payment plan and lower down payment and longer installment was offered. This made our products even more affordable. Our products cover the entire death care services value chain. They are comprehensive and highly personalized. This is our competitive advantage. And now, with our extensive know-how, we are able to replicate our success even in new markets.
This bodes well in the face of Asia's aging population and rising demand for bereavement care services, and Nirvana's diversified its range of products to cater to different needs. For instance, the rich and famous can opt for ultra-luxurious tombs and burial plots in premium locations that cost up to millions. While in Landscare Singapore, its memorial garden offers options of single or double lots, or even family niches which can hold up to 24 urns. Nirvana ups its ante by innovating new products and services. For example, it has a team of professionally trained female embalmers and beauticians known as White Ladies, who are dedicated to dealing with deceased females. Baby Paradise caters to parents who've lost a fetus or a child, and it even launched a pet memorial park in 2007. Its product portfolio is anything but run-of-the-mill.
Whatever we do, we are always guided by the spirit of caring. We understand the deep sense of loss that families go through, and that's what inspires us. We hope to be a source of comfort for the family through our new products and services.
For Christina, it was her late mother who first came to know about Nirvana and expressed her wishes to be placed in the columbarium. After her passing, the memorial garden has been a comforting sanctuary for the family to gather and bond while paying respects to her mother.
My mother passed away 2 years ago, and Nirvana helped to make all the funeral arrangements. My family was very pleased with their service because every detail was well taken care of. From the selection of dates, formalities, to prayer rituals, and even providing timely reminders. We could have peace of mind as Nirvana handled everything so well. Thereafter, I was invited to their TPOM event, where I learned about the importance of pre-planning. I like the environment and facilities and feel very peaceful here. We enjoy coming here for the events, such as today's Mid-Autumn celebrations. My family is gathered here for some fun, and it feels comforting, as though my mother is also here with us. I hope that in time to come, my grandchildren will do the same and gather here to remember me.
As for Lam Kwek Yi, an entrepreneur who has no children, Nirvana's concept of pre-planning appeals to him. He's acquired a double lot in the columbarium so that in the future, his remains can be placed together with his wife's.
I got to know Nirvana through a friend. Once I understood the importance and benefits of pre-planning, my perception totally changed. If we could plan for education, wedding, housing, why not our funeral and our final resting place? I know that my wishes will be carried out by my loved ones. By planning and paying ahead with interest-free installments, it will not be a huge financial load for my family members when the day comes. And of course, emotional burden will be lessened as well. I also like that the environment was clean, brightly lit, calm and soothing, unlike many other places that we have visited, praying to our ancestors all this while. Nirvana service staff are friendly and helpful, catering to our inquiries and helping us with all our future pre-planning needs.
Nirvana staff have been pivotal in contributing to its success. To broach the sensitive subject of bereavement care is not an easy task, especially in the face of family members mourning over their loss.
Our employees have been well trained to treat the deceased with great respect, just like they would with their own family members. This has touched many hearts because our customers know that their loved ones were being looked after with care and thoughtfulness. They remember us for a long time, and to me, this is a wonderful achievement.
Nirvana employs one of the largest teams in the industry and has more than 3,000 agents selling pre-need packages that raked in more than 668 million Malaysian ringgit in 2015. Aged 30 to 45, the team is driven and prides itself on its excellent service.
Nirvana has a stringent procedure in place for the recruitment and training of our agents. This system has been in place for at least 10 years and reaped good results. We are wary towards agents who are only interested in their own gains instead of customers' needs. Hence, empathy is an important quality that we look out for in our agents. Besides providing our agents with professional training, we also support them with courses for continuous improvement. This is to equip them to deliver the best service to our customers and ultimately contribute to our corporate image.
Nirvana's agents come from all walks of life, from former military career soldier to even housewives. While they reap the fruits of their labor today, it was not an easy path for some.
Many agents face objections from their family members when they decide to join Nirvana, and hence have to overcome considerable resistance during recruitment. They are usually worried about not being able to receive any basic salary or achieve a minimum income. They fear that their standards of living will be affected as a result. Despite the resistance, our agents take the leap of faith because they see it as a meaningful career switch.
Recruiting the right talent is a crucial component for our expansion beyond Malaysia. Because we believe that if we select a suitable candidate, it will ensure the smooth execution of our plans.
Our agents position themselves as educators. They share with the public about the importance of pre-planning and assist families to discuss and plan together. As our agents work hard together as a team, they are able to help customers and at the same time raise the standard of living for their own families.
Nirvana's come a long way in the last 27 years and overcome numerous challenges to become the industry leader today. One of the challenges faced in the early days was the need to be familiar with the intricacies of the local cultures.
We put a lot of thought to cater to different culture and religion. To be the market leader, we provide the most professional service to gain the confidence of the public.
Our operations faced some challenges when we started in Singapore, but as compared to China, the changes are lesser and it is more stable. Even though we encountered some initial teething issues, we managed to overcome them after understanding the country's policies and culture. And Singapore has evolved to become a stable market for our company. We often organize events to create opportunities for face-to-face interactions with our customers so that they will have a better understanding of our company.
At present, it faces manpower issues due to negative perceptions that it's an industry full of gloom. To counter it, Nirvana is working closely with the University of Tunku Abdul Rahman and University of South China to design degree and master programs in bereavement care. The first intake is slated to be in 2018, and Nirvana is optimistic that this will supplement the human resources it requires. Still, challenges relating to its expansion are expected ahead.
When we expand overseas, we have to start with the ethnic market due to unfamiliarity with Nirvana. Customers also prefer to see tangible products prior to their purchase. In Malaysia, we are able to commence sales based on draft plans. However, for overseas markets, construction of memorial gardens have to be in progress prior to sales, so as to give customers a sense of assurance.
Nirvana's rapid development for the past 27 years brought many challenges. However, because of our passion and experience, we could overcome challenges such as problems faced while applying license, getting the right local partner, cultural difference in different countries, language barrier, and different policies in different countries.
Nirvana is certainly poised for its next level of growth. It plans to expand the capacity of its existing facilities by acquiring more land adjacent to existing cemeteries. It will also actively acquire land for future development in new locations. The 2 billion Hong Kong dollars raised during its 2014 listing on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange had been instrumental in acquiring land in Thailand, Vietnam, Hong Kong, the Philippines and China. Currently, its total land bank stands at approximately 5 billion square meters. In 2016, the company was privatized in a deal with London's CNBC Capital Partners that valued the company at $1.1 billion. The firm bought a 43% stake, while Tan Sri Kong still owns 38% of the company. The following year, he was the only Southeast Asian who made it to the 2017 Forbes Global Game Changers list and is ranked 24th on Forbes Asia's list of Malaysia's 50 richest people.
The penetration rates of pre-planning bereavement services remains very low. Hence, there is significant growth potential. In particular, I'm looking to further expand our brand across Asia. The group will continue to leverage our know-how and financial capabilities, which could strengthen our operations and actively expand into new markets. This is how we maintain our market leadership and deliver sustainable results to our shareholders.
The group expects the trend to continue as the bereavement sector is underserved in the region, and China's next on its list of expansion.
The market potential in China is huge, but we have to be cautious as land prices are rising and there are many restrictions. China is just our first step to be a global leader in the bereavement care sector. To accelerate the process, Nirvana is looking at mergers and acquisitions. We will continue to focus on the productivity of our sales agency network, which we believe is crucial to our company's success. We will also continue to strengthen our brand to be the bereavement care brand of choice across Asia.
As Nirvana sets its sights on greater growth, its focus remains on its customers through continuous upgrades to its products and services. Its Malaysia operations are ISO 9001 certified and as a quality assurance to its customers. It even locks in a perpetual maintenance trust fund of over 90 million Malaysian ringgit. The purpose of the fund is to uphold the quality of roads, garden landscaping and infrastructure.
Our trust fund is built up through a one-time fee that niche or plot owners pay as part of their purchase price. To safeguard the best interests of our customers, credible trustees such as the RHB Trustees Berhad has been appointed to ensure proper management of the funds. An external auditor is also appointed to ensure proper accounting and transactions records are being well kept, and also to release yearly audited financial reports. Ultimately, the objective of the trust fund is part of our management's commitment to achieve total customer delight and strive for continual improvement. We have mapped out a detailed quality policy with objective for every department to enhance their product and service quality. At the end of the day, we hope that our effort will exceed customers' expectations.
At the heart of it all, the hardware and software invested are all meant to champion the spirit of caring. Tan Sri Kong believes deeply in giving back to society and is an avid philanthropist. In 2015, he donated 100 million Malaysian ringgit to charities. Under his leadership, Nirvana also formed the Envy Foundation in 2006 to provide long-term and committed care to the underprivileged of the society.
Nirvana is able to stand out in the bereavement care industry for various reasons. Being our dedication to innovation and continuous improvement, be it our products, service, or management. Nirvana is also deeply committed towards our social responsibility. We look out for the welfare of the underprivileged and donate regularly to schools and organizations. This practice is deeply rooted in our company culture. Persisting in doing the right thing. That is a core belief that guides our organization.
I believe our industry has to promote love, care, and filial piety to our loved ones. I would like to thank all Nirvana employees for their dedications, but remember that we cannot be arrogant. Instead, we should humbly accept suggestions, continue to contribute to the company and the entire bereavement industry.
With its heart in the right place and the passion to undertake services with love and respect, Nirvana's all said to be a world leader in the bereavement care industry, providing customers with peace of mind during times of loss. The preceding presentation was paid for by Nirvana Asia. The opinions, views, and claims expressed were those of the program sponsor and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.